Sun as thought patterns. In all nakshatras, Scorpio Rising. Sun in Ashwini Nakshatra, 6th house. As a Scorpio Ascendant with the Sun in Ashwini Nakshatra in the 6th house, your thought patterns focus on initiating new approaches in work, health, and service. Ashwini's swift and healing energy combines with Scorpio's transformative nature, encouraging you to explore solutions to challenges with a fresh perspective. You are inclined toward thinking about how to overcome obstacles, especially in health or routine tasks, with resilience and innovation. This placement inspires you to take charge in addressing difficulties, contemplating ways to approach daily responsibilities with vigor and adaptability. Sun in Bharani Nakshatra, 6th house. With the Sun in Bharani Nakshatra in the 6th house, your Scorpio Ascendant's depth and intensity merge with Bharani's transformative, nurturing energy in matters of health, service, and conflict resolution. Bharani encourages you to think deeply about the cycles of growth and healing in your work and personal routines, valuing resilience and strength. You often contemplate how to face challenges with patience and perseverance, focusing on cultivating endurance and responsibility in daily tasks. This placement inspires a powerful, steady approach to overcoming difficulties, particularly in work environments where patience and care are essential. Sun in Krittika Nakshatra, 7th house. As a Scorpio Ascendant with the Sun in Krittika Nakshatra in the 7th house, your thought patterns center on precision, discernment, and responsibility within relationships and partnerships. Krittika's discerning energy aligns with Scorpio's depth, encouraging you to think about how to build partnerships that are honest, transparent, and transformative. You may often contemplate ways to refine and clarify relationship dynamics, valuing directness and mutual growth. This placement inspires a thoughtful, focused approach to partnerships, often thinking about how to create connections that are both supportive and purpose-driven. Sun in Rohini Nakshatra, 7th house. With the Sun in Rohini Nakshatra in the 7th house, your Scorpio Ascendant's intensity combines with Rohini's creative and nurturing energy, especially within relationships. Rohini encourages you to think about building secure, emotionally fulfilling partnerships, valuing connections that bring both joy and depth. You may frequently contemplate how to foster harmony and beauty in your relationships, focusing on stability and growth. This placement inspires you to approach partnerships with care and dedication, thinking about how to create a connection that brings emotional richness and mutual support. Sun in Mrigashira Nakshatra, 8th house. As a Scorpio Ascendant with the Sun in Mrigashira Nakshatra in the 8th house, your thought patterns revolve around exploration, curiosity, and depth in matters of transformation and shared resources. Mrigashira's inquisitive energy encourages you to delve into the mysteries of life, often contemplating ways to gain insight and understanding through exploration of the unknown. You are inclined toward thinking about how to manage resources and changes with a curious, investigative approach, valuing adaptability and intellectual engagement. This placement inspires you to approach transformation as a journey, often contemplating the complexities of life's hidden dimensions. Sun in Ardra Nakshatra, 8th house. With the Sun in Ardra Nakshatra in the 8th house, your Scorpio Ascendant's introspective nature aligns with Ardra's intense and analytical energy, especially in areas of transformation and shared resources. Ardra encourages you to confront and examine complex emotional and psychological themes, often contemplating the deeper truths that lie beneath life's surface. You may frequently think about how to embrace change and transformation with resilience, valuing insights that lead to personal growth. This placement inspires you to approach challenges with a reflective and analytical mindset, often exploring how to overcome obstacles through self-understanding and adaptation. Sun in Punarvasu Nakshatra, 9th house. As a Scorpio Ascendant, with the Sun in Punarvasu Nakshatra in the 9th house, your thought patterns focus on hope, renewal, and adaptability in philosophical, educational, and spiritual pursuits. Punarvasu's nurturing and resilient energy combines with Scorpio's transformative qualities, encouraging you to think about how to integrate life's lessons with a sense of optimism and renewal. You often contemplate themes of resilience and adaptability, valuing philosophies that allow for continuous growth and rejuvenation. This placement inspires you to approach learning and spiritual practices with openness, often focusing on beliefs that promote both personal renewal and collective well-being. Sun in Pushya Nakshatra, 9th house. As a Scorpio ascendant with the Sun in Pushya Nakshatra in the 9th house, your thought patterns center on responsibility, nurturing, and wisdom in matters of philosophy, higher education, and spirituality. Pushya's supportive and disciplined energy aligns with Scorpio's depth, encouraging you to think about how to cultivate stability and structure in your beliefs and spiritual pursuits. You often contemplate ways to foster a balanced approach to learning and philosophy, valuing traditions and practices that bring inner peace and growth. This placement inspires you to approach life's broader questions with care and dedication, focusing on creating a spiritual path that provides guidance and resilience. Sun in Ashlesha Nakshatra, 9th house. With the Sun in Ashlesha Nakshatra in the 9th house, your Scorpio ascendant's intense and transformative qualities blend with Ashlesha's intuitive and strategic energy in the realm of philosophy, higher learning, and spirituality. Ashlesha encourages you to think about exploring deeper, more esoteric aspects of belief systems, valuing wisdom that allows for inner insight and protection. Your mind is drawn to understanding life's complexities, often contemplating how to align your spiritual beliefs with your personal growth. This placement inspires you to approach higher knowledge with a strategic mindset, often seeking truths that are both profound and empowering. Sun in Magha Nakshatra, 10th house. As a Scorpio ascendant with the Sun in Magha Nakshatra in the 10th house, your thought patterns revolve around leadership, honor, and responsibility in your career and public life. Magha's regal and traditional energy combines with Scorpio's intensity, encouraging you to think about creating a lasting legacy and establishing authority in your professional endeavors. You are often drawn to roles that allow you to express your strength and influence, valuing respect and loyalty in your work relationships. This placement inspires you to approach your career with a sense of purpose and dignity, focusing on how to lead with integrity and make an impact. Sun in Purva Phalguni Nakshatra, 10th house. With the Sun in Purva Phalguni Nakshatra in the 10th house, your Scorpio ascendant's powerful and focused nature blends with Purva Phalguni's creative and joyful energy in the professional sphere. Purva Phalguni encourages you to think about bringing pleasure, beauty, and harmony into your career, valuing work environments that are both fulfilling and inspiring. You may often contemplate how to create a balance between authority and enjoyment in your professional life, focusing on achievements that reflect both stability and creativity. This placement inspires you to approach your public life with enthusiasm, thinking about how to leave a positive, lasting impression. Sun in Uttara Phalguni Nakshatra, 11th house. As a Scorpio ascendant with the Sun in Uttara Phalguni Nakshatra in the 11th house, your thought patterns focus on reliability, integrity, and responsibility within social networks and friendships. Uttara Phalguni's committed and disciplined energy aligns with Scorpio's intensity, encouraging you to think about how to build meaningful connections that stand the test of time. You are often drawn to developing friendships and alliances that support your goals, valuing loyalty and mutual growth in your social circle. This placement inspires you to approach aspirations with a structured and responsible mindset, focusing on creating a community that reflects shared values and goals. Sun in Hasta Nakshatra, 11th house. With the Sun in Hasta Nakshatra in the 11th house, your Scorpio ascendant's focused nature merges with Hasta's skillful and adaptable energy in areas of social networks, friendships, and aspirations. Hasta encourages you to think about how to bring practicality and creativity to your interactions, valuing friendships that allow for mutual support and improvement. You may often contemplate how to balance independence with teamwork, focusing on social goals that are both meaningful and achievable. This placement inspires you to approach your aspirations with precision and adaptability, often thinking about how to bring out the best in yourself and others through collaboration. Sun in Chitra Nakshatra, 12th house. As a Scorpio ascendant with the Sun in Chitra Nakshatra in the 12th house, your thought patterns revolve around creativity, introspection, and self-refinement in the realms of spirituality and inner reflection. Chitra's artistic and structured energy combines with Scorpio's depth, encouraging you to think about the beauty and complexity within yourself, particularly in private or spiritual matters. You are often drawn to exploring how to refine and perfect your inner world, valuing personal growth that aligns with your vision and ideals. This placement inspires you to approach solitude and spirituality with creativity, thinking about how to cultivate an inner life that is both fulfilling and transformative. Sun in Swati Nakshatra, 12th house. As a Scorpio ascendant with the Sun in Swati Nakshatra in the 12th house, your thought patterns center around independence, balance, and adaptability in areas of spirituality, introspection, and self-reflection. Swati's freedom-loving and diplomatic energy aligns with Scorpio's introspective nature, encouraging you to think about how to find peace and autonomy within yourself. You often contemplate ways to cultivate harmony and independence in your spiritual practices, valuing solitude as a means of personal growth. This placement inspires you to approach inner exploration with openness and flexibility, thinking about how to find balance and self-acceptance in your inner world. Sun in Vishakha Nakshatra, 12th house. With the Sun in Vishakha Nakshatra in the 12th house, your Scorpio ascendant's intense and transformative qualities combine with Vishakha's ambitious and goal-oriented energy, particularly in matters of spirituality and inner growth. Vishakha encourages you to seek purpose and resilience within, often contemplating the inner strength needed for personal transformation. You may frequently think about ways to channel your inner power toward overcoming personal challenges, valuing a determined approach to spiritual growth. This placement inspires you to approach introspection with a focused mindset, thinking about how to use your inner strength to achieve a deeper understanding of yourself. Sun in Anuradha Nakshatra, 1st house. As a Scorpio ascendant, with the Sun in Anuradha Nakshatra in the 1st house, your thought patterns are directed toward loyalty, resilience, and emotional depth in self-expression and identity. Anuradha's nurturing and disciplined energy aligns with Scorpio's passionate nature, encouraging you to think about how to present yourself with both strength and empathy. You often contemplate ways to embody loyalty and integrity in your interactions, valuing authenticity and emotional connection. This placement inspires you to approach life with a dedicated and sincere demeanor, thinking about how to build meaningful relationships that reflect both depth and mutual respect. Sun in Jyeshtha Nakshatra, 1st house. With the Sun in Jyeshtha Nakshatra in the 1st house, your Scorpio ascendant's powerful and introspective qualities blend with Jyeshtha's intense, protective energy in matters of self-expression and identity. Jyeshtha encourages you to think about asserting your individuality and authority, often contemplating how to establish respect and influence in your interactions. You are drawn to exploring themes of personal empowerment, focusing on self-expression that reflects inner strength and wisdom. This placement inspires you to approach life with confidence and presence, often thinking about how to convey authority and resilience in your personal image. Sun in Mula Nakshatra, 2nd house. As a Scorpio ascendant with the Sun in Mula Nakshatra in the 2nd house, your thought patterns focus on introspection, depth, and transformation in matters of values, finances, and self-worth. Mula's probing and transformative energy combines with Scorpio's intensity, encouraging you to think about uncovering the deeper meanings behind your values and material pursuits. You often contemplate how to build a strong foundation based on resilience and self-understanding, valuing stability that arises from personal growth. This placement inspires you to approach material matters with a reflective mindset, thinking about how to create security that aligns with your deeper values. Sun in Purva Ashadha Nakshatra, 2nd house. With the Sun in Purva Ashadha Nakshatra in the 2nd house, your Scorpio ascendant's determined nature aligns with Purva Ashadha's optimistic, ambitious energy in areas of wealth, values, and family. Purva Ashadha encourages you to think about how to achieve financial stability and self-worth through perseverance and growth, valuing a positive approach to material success. You often contemplate how to cultivate abundance that reflects both ambition and integrity, focusing on creating security that supports long-term growth. This placement inspires you to approach financial matters with resilience and enthusiasm, often thinking about how to build resources that foster both personal fulfillment and security. Sun in Uttara Ashadha Nakshatra, 3rd house. As a Scorpio Ascendant with the Sun in Uttara Ashadha Nakshatra in the 3rd house, your thought patterns are guided by discipline, responsibility, and integrity in communication, learning, and relationships with siblings and peers. Uttara Ashadha's committed and steady energy complements Scorpio's depth, encouraging you to think about how to bring consistency and reliability to your interactions. You often contemplate ways to communicate with honesty and respect, valuing conversations that contribute to mutual growth and understanding. This placement inspires you to approach communication with a sense of purpose, thinking about how to foster trust and support through your words and actions. Sun in Shravana Nakshatra, 3rd house. As a Scorpio Ascendant with the Sun in Shravana Nakshatra in the 3rd house, your thought patterns focus on wisdom, learning, and introspection in communication and personal relationships. Shravana's observant and reflective energy aligns with Scorpio's investigative nature, encouraging you to think about how to approach conversations and learning with depth and attentiveness. You often contemplate ways to listen and understand others better, valuing the knowledge that comes from attentive observation. This placement inspires you to approach interactions with patience and insight, focusing on how to use communication to foster understanding and mutual respect. Sun in Dhanishta Nakshatra, 4th house. With the Sun in Dhanishta Nakshatra in the 4th house, your Scorpio Ascendant's passionate nature merges with Dhanishta's rhythmic and ambitious energy, especially in matters of home and family life. Dhanishta encourages you to think about creating a secure and successful foundation for your family, valuing structure and achievement within the home. You may often contemplate how to balance harmony with ambition in your family dynamics, focusing on fostering a supportive, goal-oriented environment. This placement inspires you to approach family life with dedication and responsibility, thinking about how to create a stable and uplifting environment for yourself and loved ones. Sun in Shatabisha Nakshatra, 4th house. As a Scorpio Ascendant with the Sun in Shatabisha Nakshatra in the 4th house, your thought patterns revolve around introspection, healing, and independence within the home and family life. Shatabisha's mystical and transformative energy combines with Scorpio's emotional depth, encouraging you to explore the healing power of solitude and introspection in your personal space. You often contemplate ways to create a sanctuary within your home, valuing a family environment that supports inner peace and understanding. This placement inspires you to approach family matters with a mindset focused on healing and personal growth, thinking about how to bring emotional resilience and depth to your home life. Sun in Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra, 5th house. With the Sun in Purva Bhadrapada Nakshatra in the 5th house, your Scorpio Ascendant's intensity combines with Purva Bhadrapada's transformative and philosophical energy in matters of creativity, self-expression, and romance. Purva Bhadrapada encourages you to explore deeper truths and ideas in your creative pursuits, valuing expressions that reflect personal growth and purpose. You are often drawn to thinking about how to bring depth and meaning to your relationships and projects, focusing on creativity that inspires both yourself and others. This placement inspires you to approach your talents and relationships with a thoughtful, impactful mindset, seeking growth and significance in all your endeavors. Sun in Uttara Bhadrapada Nakshatra, 5th house. As a Scorpio Ascendant with the Sun in Uttara Bhadrapada Nakshatra in the 5th house, your thought patterns revolve around patience, wisdom, and empathy in creative expression, romance, and personal pursuits. Uttara Bhadrapada's steady and contemplative energy aligns with Scorpio's introspective qualities, encouraging you to approach creativity with maturity and depth. You may often contemplate ways to express yourself in a way that reflects both insight and understanding, valuing personal projects that promote wisdom and emotional growth. This placement inspires you to handle relationships and creative pursuits with patience and compassion, focusing on connections that bring emotional fulfillment and spiritual understanding. Sun in Revati Nakshatra, 6th house. With the sun in Revati Nakshatra in the 6th house, your Scorpio Ascendant's compassionate and determined nature combines with Revati's nurturing and empathetic energy in areas of work, health, and service. Revati encourages you to think about how to serve others with compassion and support in your daily routines, valuing work environments that foster kindness and understanding. You are often drawn to contemplate how to create balance and harmony in your professional life, focusing on tasks that bring both personal satisfaction and collective well-being. This placement inspires you to approach work with empathy and a selfless attitude, thinking about how to make a positive impact through both service and dedication.